Hi students, this week we are learning about pronouns, as you may have heard. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. A lot of times pronouns are much shorter than nouns, and so sometimes it can be easier if you use those and not as confusing. If you didn't already write that answer for number 1, please do so right now. I'm going to speed through this video so it's not super long, so if you need to pause at any time, please do so. We're going to break pronouns into these different kinds of pronouns: subject pronouns, object pronouns, possessive, and intensive pronouns, because there are different types, just like there are different types of nouns. Our first pronoun are subject pronouns. Subject pronouns are used to take the place of nouns, which are called antecedents, in the subject of the sentence. You can look at these examples on the board. For example, Michelle, Kristen, Tina, and Stephanie were planning a surprise party. Now, if I didn't want to keep saying those 4 names in a row, I could replace those 4 names with a subject pronoun because it's at the beginning of a sentence. So, they are planning a surprise party would be the appropriate pronoun to use. Anytime you use a pronoun, it does not change the meaning of a sentence. Here are a list of the subject pronouns: I, you, she, it, we, he, and they. You need to write all of those subject pronouns in for number 3 on your notes. Next, we have object pronouns. Object pronouns are similar to subject pronouns in the placement of, or they're different in the placement of where we use them. Object pronouns are used to take the place of nouns or antecedents in the predicate or the end of the sentence. Here's another example. I am going on vacation with Barbara, Becca, Rachel, and Brian. So again, if you didn't want to say that whole list of names, you would replace that group of 4 girls with an object pronoun. Now, a subject pronoun to replace those 4 girls would be they again. But in the object of a sentence, it wouldn't be they. That I am going on vacation with they. Hopefully that doesn't make sense to you. So an object pronoun here is different. I am going on vacation with them. As always, it does not change the meaning of the sentence. Here are the list of the object pronouns: me, you, her, it, us, him, and them. Go ahead and write those down right now. Remember, if at any time you need to pause, please do so. Some helpful tips about subject and object pronouns, because they can get a little confusing at times. Subject pronouns are often found in front of verbs. So they're found in the subject of the sentence, like you are going to Nevada. Are is a verb, so you is a subject pronoun because it's in front of that verb. Object pronouns are often found after verbs, so at the end of a sentence. My dad taught me how to play baseball. So the object or the verb of that sentence is taught. And since the pronoun is after the verb, that's an object pronoun or an object pronoun. Next, we have possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns tell you who owns something. When using a possessive pronoun, you do not need an apostrophe. That's kind of nice because apostrophes can be difficult. So our example here is the red basket is Karen's. Of course, if we say it that way, we need an apostrophe in Karen's because the basket belongs to Karen. But if we change Karen to a pronoun, we would say something like, the red basket is hers. That does not need an apostrophe because it's a pronoun. Another example is, we could not stand his whining about everything. Always, these pronouns do not change the subject or the meaning of a sentence. Here are a list of possessive pronouns: hers and her, its, ours and our, yours and your, his, mine, my, theirs, their, and whose. Now, you may notice some of these words are on different lists, and that's okay. Finally, for right now, I want you to go through and I want you to answer these questions on your worksheet. Choose an appropriate pronoun to replace the blue antecedent word on the board for each of, or on the screen for each of those. Pause the video to do that.